we have just a little bit more to finish up from last time, but since last time was running a little bit long, it seemed like a good time to split it up. So what we're going to do starting off now is sort, well for today just sort and order. So we're going to start off with sort, and where do we have? Alright, so where we left off we already have H, so start off on the same page. I'm just going to run H, and this is what we have on our console. And then if we sort those, that should display them. I'm trying to think of what the default is. It looks like the default is decreasing equals false, so that means it would go ascending. So if we do sort H, and we're following along in the book, this is on page 42. Again, this is the first edition. And even though this is the default, equals false, I'm going to do it anyway. And there we can see it. It goes ascending, and just to show for sure that it is the default, we'll do the same thing, and there it is. Actually in the book he's doing it as true, so not the default. We'll do that again and do decreasing equals true. Run that, and it goes in decreasing or descending order. So the last one is order, and I'll do the one that he has in the book. Oh, we have to assign into a new variable, a new variable, and actually we can already see it here, and it looks like I already have it in the same order, so rather than, I'll go ahead and assign it since that is the same way if you're following along, but it won't actually change anything from what I have already in there. If we run it, then we see down here that it runs, and that's the same thing that you'll see as he's going through. Alright, so now we're going to order, and it took me a little bit trying to figure out what was happening with order, and that's one of the questions that he asks also. So if we order Z, decreasing equals false, and I believe false is the default here as well, and run it, then you can see these numbers here. And so his question is, all right, if you look at, this is what Z is, and this is what order gives you, what did it order? And I could leave that to you for a minute to see if you can figure it out. I actually think it's a little bit confusing that the numbers in Z are actually the very same numbers that index each position within the vector. So that's what I was doing up here when I ran this the last time with Q. So let's go ahead and try it to see how that would look different. So if we said that we were going to put into Q, and it's actually the same thing. I always forget my C. Alright, if it were the same thing that I ran last time, so this has none of the small numbers that are positions. I'll go ahead and run it. And then if we take our order statement and we order Q, then it may be a little bit more obvious. If you want to pause it and see for yourself what is being ordered, you may see it. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and point it out. So these are the positions of these numbers in ascending order. So the first number that would be in ascending order would be the 5th position over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one would be the third one, 1, 2, 3. The next one over would be the second one. There we go. would be in the first position, is right there, would be in the fourth position. There we go. So the next thing that I'll show is what happens, how this relates to sort. So if we just plain sort Q, then there we can see it. It goes in ascending order. Or if we want to, let's see if I can remember how to do this. All right, so we want to show Q, and then we're going to put in there the position. And since order gives us the positions in order, this should give us the same thing as sort. I must have forgotten something. What did I forget? Arguments differ in length. Oh, this is not the first time I've done this. I just plain used the wrong word. Instead of decreasing, I did descending, so we'll fix that. Decreasing. Now let's run it, and there we go. So using order and sort, it accomplishes it in two different ways, but there we have them sorted.